Together we can show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you. Push me on through until the battle's won. No one's gonna get the thing to us. Into each other we put our trust. Standing united after the fight is done.
Now, onto the custom character. You can choose from several different species: dog, rabbit, cat, bird, wolf, bear, and hedgehog. There are several different wisp spawns to choose from. Wisp spawns are your avatar's weapon, and when picking up certain wisps in stages, you'll be able to use their special abilities. I think that this is a neat concept, but I would have liked it better if you had sub-weapons and the wisps powered your main weapons. But oh well. There's Burst from the DS version of Sonic Colors, which is a flamethrower, and its special works how it did in Colors DS, where it basically gives you an infinite jump. Lightning is my favorite of them all. It acts as a whip, and you get a lot of momentum from using it. And when you use the special, it allows you to do a lightspeed dash, which Sonic doesn't have for some reason. You done goofed, guys and gals. With Asteroid, an army follows you, and you shoot that army at enemies. Wait, wouldn't that be suicide? Anyway, its special grants you invincibility, and you can float in the air by holding the X button on Switch for a few seconds. I understand that the Switch version is the inferior version, but I got it anyway because I could care less about graphics and frame rate. Hover shoots a little ray of energy that pushes enemies back, defeating them in the process, and for its special, it can hover, of course. Drill is overpowered. It may as well be the boost for the avatar, and its special has you dig in a straight path. Last but not least, Void sucks in everything within the area, and you can teleport with its special. Sometimes it's good to use, sometimes it's not. I kinda like the wisp spawns in this game, as somebody who only liked laser and drill and colors, and did not care for the wisps at all in Lost World because they felt like a forced afterthought in the game, but I can accept them for what they are in this game. Don't really know why. I thought that I'd add that the wisps were basically limited to 2D in colors. Like, if you grabbed a wisp in a 2D section and held on to it in the 3D section and you tried to use it, it'll just pop out of you and you won't be able to use it. But in Forces, you can use most of them in 3D, so that's nice. Now, in terms of level design, I don't really have anything to say about the OC aside from it's basically the modern Sonic levels, just without the boost, and I think that the OC is the best part of the game. I just find something cool about running through the stages using weapons to defeat enemies, using wisps to find hidden areas or red rings. Null Space is a great example of this, even though that's a tag team stage. More about that later. And in the comments below, let me know what species you chose and what your favorite wisp spawn is. I chose the cat species because my sister has a cat, and I already said what my favorite wisp spawn is, Lightning. I didn't even get to talk about the character creator itself yet. I think it's good for what it is. It's kind of basic and bare bones compared to character creators in other video games, but this is a Sonic game, and a pretty short one, so I wouldn't expect that huge of a character creator. I'm expecting them to bring it back, which I did a whole video about, but I think they'll make it bigger next time. And before someone goes in the comments and says, this is a kid's game, so of course it's gonna be basic. Say that all you want, but the new LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 has a pretty big character creator. You should look at Game Unboxing Reviews series where he creates certain characters from the Marvel lore. The character creator in that game is basically a mod creator. And another example, Skylanders Imaginators ironically has one of the biggest character creators in any video game. A Skylanders game. So, that whole, this game is for kids argument is totally invalid. I thought that I would add one more thing because I don't think enough people are mentioning this. The only person I've heard mention it was Radical Soda, and his review isn't even a week old at the time of writing. But, you know how in Unleashed and Generations, when Sonic is grinding on a rail, if you press the B button on the Xbox 360 controller, Sonic will change his position on the rail? Well, you can't do that in Forces. I tried it with both Modern Sonic and the Avatar. Come on. Details, people. This game has very little attention to detail. One gameplay style left. The tag team. It's just playing as both Modern Sonic and the Avatar at the same time, and since their abilities are so similar, it's not like Sonic Heroes or even Rise of Lyric, where the other characters are required to beat the stage. I'm not even joking. Modders removed the Avatar from the tag stages, so it's just Sonic by himself, and they effortlessly beat the levels. The sad part is, there are really only 2 tag team stages, Arsenal Pyramid and Null Space. All the other tag team stages are just boss fights. I'll talk about each level individually now. So, first off, Lost Valley. This is a pretty bad stage, but it's an alright tutorial stage. I mean, this is basically a colors level, except it's even worse. What's my definition of that? Well, basically, extremely linear 3D sections where you do nothing but hold the boost button until you run into a spring or a dash ring that takes you into a 2D section, and the 2D sections are uninteresting and uninspired. That is my definition of a colors stage. I mentioned before that the Act 1 and Act 2 levels were good, but everything else, Spaceport. Well, I did a whole video about this stage before the game came out, and what I said in that video still applies. This is a pretty good stage. Ghost Town. I think it's good. You'll notice that I don't really have that much to say about each level, but that's how the cookie crumbles. Maybe you should do a better job next time at differentiating each level from each other. Prison Hall. It's alright. Egg Gate. This level is great. I really dig that 3D section in the beginning due to how many alternate paths there are. And the 2D sections are actually pretty good too. This level is what colors should have been. Arsenal Pyramid. I did a whole video about it before the game came out, and everything I said there holds up, except the double boost. It is so autopilot. Like, I was expecting that you would at least have to hold the boost button. But nope, you can just put down the controller completely.
It doesn't matter what obstacles they put in our way. We'll blow past everything they throw at us. Double boost! Yeah, that's how it's done. We've got unstoppable speed and timing. We just have to keep this up. Bingo! Found a way in.
You should be able to get into the factory through there. Stay alert.
This should be fun.
Luminous Forest. I'm not hating on 06 or anything. You know your boy loves his 06, but this level is basically a mock speed section from Sonic 06. Which, it's fine if you look at it that way, but as an actual level, it's awful. You could beat the whole stage just by holding the boost button the whole time. In fact, I effortlessly beat this level blindfolded, and I'm not the best at playing stages blindfolded. I don't suck at it, but I can do better. I also beat this stage one-handed. So, yeah, if I could do that stuff without even trying, you know that this is bad game design. Green Hill. This level is okay, but it's just disappointing after other Green Hill clones from the past. And I don't get what's so bad about reusing Green Hill Zone. I mean, it's the first level in Sonic. Plus, 06 was the only anniversary game to not include Green Hill. And before someone comments on the video and says, SH2 didn't have Green Hill, you scrub. Yes, it did. You unlock Green Hill when you 100% the game. Plus, I take seeing Green Hill every once in a while over Mario, where you go through the same world in every game, just with different level design.
Hey Patrick, what am I now?
Stupid?
No, I'm...
Green Hill? What's the difference?
Park Avenue. I think that this is a great stage, but it feels more like it was designed for modern Sonic rather than the OC. Casino Forest. I don't really like pinball levels in Sonic games, and I plan on doing a video explaining why sometime this year, but this level is actually pretty good. I'll explain why in that video. Aqua Road. This is a great stage. The parts where you're not on the water slide are extremely basic, and that first section is like Lost World levels of autopilot, but I like going on the water slide, trying not to fall off. And why do so many people suck at this level? Seriously, I've owned this game since it first came out, and I've only died in this level 2 times. Also, this level is 100% 3D. Well done, guys. Sunset Heights. Remember when I said that Park Avenue felt like it was designed more for modern Sonic? Well, this level proves me right. It's just Park Avenue, again, with an extended 3D section and a shorter 2D section. And I don't know what it is about this level, but this is easily one of the best levels in modern Sonic history. And even though I like the Avatars levels more than modern Sonic, this is my favorite stage in the entire game. This part is not in the script because they didn't find it when I was writing it, and I only found out about this yesterday, but modders have found the beta version of Forces somehow, and Sunset Heights, Park Avenue, and Red Gate Bridge were all going to be one big stage, and it was going to be a tag team stage, but they split it in 3 levels because, I don't know, to save time.